హలో స్టూడెంట్స్, ఈ వీడియోలో మనం ప్రియాంబుల్ సెకండ్ పార్ట్ గురించి మాట్లాడుకుందాం. మనం లాస్ట్ వీడియోలో 6th క్లాస్ NCERT పాలిటీ గురించి మాట్లాడుకుంటున్నాం. దీంట్లో ఫస్ట్ కామన్ గా ఉన్నది ప్రియాంబుల్. లాస్ట్ వీడియోలో మనం ప్రియాంబుల్ వీటి గురించి మాట్లాడుకున్నాం. We call them as nature of Indian state. What are the keywords that explains the nature of Indian state? Sovereign, socialist, secular, democratic, republic. And next we will be talking about what are the objectives of Indian constitution. What are the objectives of Indian constitution? The objectives of Indian constitution is to provide all the citizens with justice. The objectives of Indian constitution is to provide all the citizens with justice, liberty, equality and fraternity. Justice, liberty, equality and fraternity. What do you mean by justice? Remember, out of these four keywords explains the objectives of Indian constitution. But we know Indian constitution borrowed from various sources. But when you look at this, justice is a word taken from Russian Revolution in the year of 1917. In the year of 1917, there was a Russian Revolution. So justice is the word taken from Russian Revolution. Other than justice, liberty, equality, fraternity, these three were taken from liberty, equality, fraternity. These three were taken from French Revolution. Very, very important here is. So justice taken from Russian Revolution, liberty, equality, fraternity taken from French Revolution, which is very important. But when I say justice, every citizen of India need justice. But what do you mean by justice? How many types of justice is required? The Indian Constitution providing basically three types of justice to every citizen. Three types of justice to every citizen. What are the three types of justice? First one is like social justice. Next one, economic justice. Third one, political justice. So look at this: social justice, economic justice, political justice. But look at here is the social and economic justice commonly called the distributive justice. Social and economic justice commonly called distributive justice. What do you mean by social justice? When I say the social justice, treating all the citizens equally irrespective of their caste, color, religion, irrespective of this, giving equal social status to all the citizens irrespective of their color, their race, their religion, which is called social justice. What do you mean by economic justice? Providing equal economic opportunities. Providing equal economic opportunities for all the citizens of India is called economic justice. Next one, the political justice. When I say the political justice, which is like giving political opportunity for all the citizens. Like every citizen of India can participate in political activities. You can contest in the elections. You can take a vote in the elections. We all call them as political participation. These are like three types of justice that is guaranteed by Indian Constitution to every citizen of India. I hope it is clear, right? Justice is a word taken from where? It is taken from Russian Revolution. Next word here we'll be talking about liberty. What do you mean by liberty? In general word, liberty means it is a freedom. In general meaning of liberty is like freedom. In the Indian Constitution, the liberty guaranteed in 5 ways. Liberty of thought, liberty of expression, liberty of belief, liberty of faith, liberty of worship. The liberty is guaranteed in 5 ways. Liberty of thought, liberty of expression, liberty of belief, liberty of faith and worship. The Constitution of India guaranteeing 5 types of liberty for every citizen. Every citizen of liberty of thought. You can think whatever you wanted. You can express your views and thoughts. You can have a belief on anybody. You can have a faith in any system. You can worship anything. These are fundamental things given to citizens by the Indian Constitution, which is called liberty. The next one, equality. Very, very important. What do you mean by equality? Which means there is no special treatment for any community in India. treating all the communities equally, irrespective of any of the basis, which we call it as equality. For example, I'll tell you equality. In this particular context of equality, so there will be three dimensions of equality. Basically, in the Indian Constitution, is equality provides, Constitution provide equality of status and equality of opportunities. Like every citizen of India has a common status, that is the citizen of India. What is your status? You are a citizen of India is your status, and opportunity to promote among themselves, which means every citizen have equal opportunity and equal status. For example, I'll tell you, when I say equality, we will discuss equality in three dimensions. What is the three dimensions? One is called civic equality, next one is like political equality, and then economic equality. There were three dimensions of equality. One is like civic equality and political equality, economic equality. But Constitution said every citizen must get equality of status and equality of opportunity. It is common for everybody. Mean there is no special treatment or special privilege to anybody. We will treat everyone equally. But I said equality can be discussed in three dimensions: civic dimension, political equality, economic equality. When I say civic equality, I'll tell you fundamental right, that is right to equality. Right to equality, that is there from Article 14 to Article 18. We talk about equality. Civic equality means every citizen will enjoy that equality. For example, Article 14, all are equal before the law. Article 15, there is a special no discrimination based on religion, race, caste, sex. Right. Article 16, providing equal opportunities in the matters of public employment. Article 17, abolition of untouchability. And Article 18, abolition of titles in any form. Like all these, Article 14 to Article 18 of Indian Constitution talks about civic equality. Then what about political equality? When I say political equality, Article 325 and Article 326. Article 325 talks about electoral rolls. Article 326 talks about universal adult franchise. What is this universal adult franchise? Every citizen who have completed 18 years, they have a right to cast their vote. That is called universal adult franchise voting right. So registering yourself in electoral rolls is called Article 325. This is equal political right for every citizen. Then what about economic right? When I say economic equality, simple I can say Article 39 of DPSP. In simple I would say equal pay for equal work or equal wages for equal work. That is what about the economic equality, political equality, civic equality, which is given by the Indian Constitution. So equality, we have equality of status and opportunity, and equality can be discussed in three dimensions, that is civic, political and economic equality. Clear everyone? Next, fraternity. What do you mean by fraternity? Fraternity meaning is brotherhood. See, India is a land of diversity, having various religions, languages, cultures. Despite of all this, you will respect each other and having a good harmonious relationship with each other. Hence, when it's a fraternity, which is means being brotherhood, అందరితో సోదర భావాన్ని కలిగి ఉండటాన్ని మనం ఏమంటాం ఇక్కడ brotherhood. You respect other religion, they'll respect your religion, hence there will be a fraternity. You have to maintain fraternity. That is important for India's unity and integrity, and as well as individual dignity. For example, fraternity. See, fraternity need to be maintained for two reasons. One is to maintain individual dignity. Another one is like unity and integrity of nation. For example, individual dignity. If I respect you and you respect me, that is individual dignity. If I am not respecting you and you are not respecting me, there will be a fight. So when you are not respecting individual dignities, there will be fight that result into a quarrel situation. But when I say this particular thing, unity and integrity of nation. See, if you wanted to see, India is a land of diversity. Despite of this land of diversity, we have unity and integrity because of we have harmonious relations between various religions. Every religion will respect each other. Hence, there will be a unity among the Indians, integrity among the Indians. Is it clear? That need to be maintained by fraternity. Is it clear, everyone? Yes. But you know, integrity was added, integrity word is added to preamble by 42nd Constitutional Amendment Act 1976. 1976, which is very, very important. But my point in the preamble, which date they have mentioned? See, they mentioned November 26th November or 26th day of November 1949. What do you mean by 26th November 1949? This is the date of adopting Indian Constitution. So preamble lo manaki Indian Constitution ni adopt cheskunna date undi, but implementation chesina date kaadu. So finally my point, whether preamble is a part of Indian Constitution or not, very simple. Right now, preamble is an integral part of Indian Constitution. There were 3 cases which talks about preamble, whether it is a part of Indian Constitution or not. The first one, Berubari. There is something called as Berubari Union of India 1960. Based on this, or in accordance with Berubari Union case 1960, preamble is not a part of Indian Constitution. Next one, we have Keshwananda Bharati case 1973. This is also called fundamental rights case. In this Keshwananda Bharati case 1973, Supreme Court clearly said preamble is a part of Indian Constitution. Again, LIC of India case 1995, Supreme Court clearly said preamble is an integral part of Indian Constitution. So hence right now preamble is an integral part of Indian Constitution. Preamble is non-justiciable in nature. What do you mean by non-justiciability? Though you follow, you does not follow. Nobody can question you. There is no judicial review for that. So preamble is an integral part of Indian Constitution and preamble is non-justiciable in nature. This is what about preamble. I explained more than what is there in NCERT. So in the regular classes, we'll be dealing this to the next level. Thank you, all the best.